all eyes are on what's happening in the skies because it's a little too early to talk about the monsoon, but a lot of people are talking about the heat wave conditions or the warmer than usual conditions during this time of the year in North India. Now, the Met Department has come out with their report, and they are saying the present weather indications indicate the possibility of a normal monsoon this year. A normal monsoon was a very big relief that came in last year. They do add that they see a chance of a weak El Nino development in September, and that should be manageable. But if the El Nino makes an early appearance earlier than September, then the monsoon forecast can change. They have also added that the Indian landmass temperatures are likely to be above normal in the months of March, April and May, and these higher temperatures should bode well for a good monsoon. Now, we also have with us at this point in time in our studios the officials from Skymet. It's another weather prediction service. We have Mr. Makarand Kulkarni, Chief Statistical Officer with Skymet, joining us in the Delhi studios. Mr. Kulkarni, thank you so much for speaking with us at NDTV Profit. What is your forecast? Are you at this point in time building in a normal monsoon for this year?
First, let's go for El Nino. What we are thinking that this year the El Nino might develop little early also. In late monsoon, El Nino might develop, like all models they are saying it might develop in August, September, like that. So it happens, then the monsoon it might impact monsoon rainfall. So although we may see a normal monsoon, the normal monsoon maybe it might be negative side of normal also. That is our
what I understand is monsoon months for our country are June, July, August, September.
Yes.
So if the El Nino is only developing as late as September, how does it impact the monsoon in June, July and August?
So the recent research are showing that the value of El Nino may not matter. The trend of the temperatures in Pacific matters. Like if you see the trends in in January, the temperature in El Nino 3.5 was minus 0.5 degrees Celsius, and in the February end it has gone up to 0.3. So that it has increased by 0.8 degrees Celsius in the Central Pacific region. So this increase matters than the actual temperature. So if the trend is all increasing, then it might impact monsoon adversely.
Okay. In that case, what happens? Adverse impact on monsoon, what does it mean? Historically, I think the government officials are now started to watch this El Nino, the naughty child, what it literally means, quite carefully. Because now we faced 2 consecutive droughts and finally a normal monsoon. But over the last few years, the statistical correlation between an El Nino year and a drought year is very high. Is that true? Is there this statistical correlation that when you have an El Nino, the chance of having a drought is very high?
Yes. See, there are 2 things. One is climate change, another is climate variability. So the correlations between these atmospheric variables is secular in nature. It varies with time. That's secular in nature with time. But if you'll see recent years, like 2009, it was bad monsoon year. 2012, the rainfall was less. 2014, the rainfall was less. 2015, the rainfall was less. And in all those years, the trend in temperature in Pacific from March to September, that region, the trend was positive. Temperatures were increasing. So this relationship between El Nino and monsoon is becoming more stronger. If El Nino is there, our rainfall will reduce. I think that answers your question.
So there's a greater chance of a drought. Now, last year what had happened was the monsoon was said to be a normal monsoon, but the distribution wasn't really good. In some places of Karnataka and Maharashtra, the rainfall was quite poor. Can, at this point of time, you make any prediction on what the distribution of rain can be like for this year?
Saying regarding distribution this year will be very difficult. But if you see last year, as you said, Karnataka was very bad, right? But before that, last 2 years, Marathwada region was very bad, which received good rainfall in last year. So if you see consecutively, if you'll ask me, the last 3, 4, 5 years, the belt Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and this belt was getting very less rainfall, particularly that. To match the normals, these regions, those who are getting very low rainfall from last few years, might get good rainfall, and those years which were getting very less rainfall, high rainfall in last 3-4 years, might get little less rainfall.
All right. Now, the monsoon is very important for agriculture and the agriculture economy. Now, till we get there, what's the prediction for the summer? It's already so warm, even in North India at this point in time. It's a little unusual. Is this likely to say how much warmer than normal is it going to be for this summer?
Summer, I should say, now next few days we might get a little relief. Because in first fortnight of March, there is some system which is forming in eastern coast of India. So that increasing temperatures might get little relief. But yes, because El Nino is there, it affects entire weather. So April, May we might see more hotter than which normal. That is what expected.
And when we have warmer than normal climate, does that signal a better monsoon?
It's not the only signal for a better monsoon, I should say. Monsoon is very complicated phenomena. So temperature should rise, like some 1 or 2 heat waves will come. Because monsoon happens because of differential heating between land mass and oceans. So land should get more heat and the temperature should rise. But at the same time, there are some other factors also which affect monsoon. Like Eurasian snow, what is the depth of Eurasian snow is there. What's the pressure over Tibetan plateau and all these, if they all come together, then we get a good rainfall. If only heat in pre-monsoon season may not mean good rainfall in monsoon.